What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin today, BTC USD. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. It is the 15th day of October, and here we are at about $111.8 thousand. We've got 11 hours and 34 minutes left in the day here. Moving down a little bit, it looks like. We're going to look at the short-term stuff and see if we are moving lower or if we could expect a bounce here. I wouldn't be surprised if we did turn the beat around here and we started to go up, but we'll see. Time will tell. I definitely do like how this range is going exactly as we intended it to go. You know, back at the low when we were talking about it during the live stream, even whenever we resolved ourselves when we were up here. We've really mentioned it a few times throughout this range, but I think that we're just going to be range bound, you guys, for about a week, maybe 2 weeks, right? We're almost a week into this range right now, so maybe even longer than 2 weeks. It's possible, but I do associate what's happened here and what we're doing now with what happened back here and what we did then, right? I'm associating it very heavily with that because it's very similar, right? Obviously, we moved up here and we moved down over here, right? Obviously, this move's bigger than that move as far as what move was bigger in one day, right? This took longer to move. But if we look at it overall, from a low to a high, from a high to a low, they're actually pretty similar, pretty similarly sized. This one was just a flash crash that took one day, where this was a nice short squeeze that took place over like like a 5-day period, right? But the reason why we're comparing them is not because of the size, it's not because of the direction, it's because of the psychology. Whenever we moved up here, we had a massive short squeeze. When we moved down here, we cleared out all the longs. It was a long squeeze. And the aftermath, I would assume back here, it might be similar to what we're experiencing here because people are the same here as they were here. Their positions got wrecked. Their shorts got reamed. So what happened? You would think that if you get wrecked as a trader, you step away, you're not trading anymore, you learn your lesson. No, that's not what happens. What happens is you get desperate. What happens is you pick up the scraps, you pick up the pieces, and you try to make all the losses back that you can in as short of an amount of time as you can. You try to make that money back fast because whenever the market takes off, you want to be part of it. So then every single time that we're at these high points, you think that you're going to new all-time highs. I did. I thought we were going to go to new all-time highs. I wasn't even desperate, and I thought we were going to new all-time highs. Here, every time you hit the lows, oh no, we're going to break below 100K. I didn't think we were going to break below 100K, but a lot of people did, and they'd be loudest about it down there. It was very polarized, right? Very polarized environment back here. I don't know if you guys remember. People were very adamant about us going to 130, 150K in that area. People were very adamant about us going down below 100K. It was just very, very polarized, kind of like it is now. Are we in a bull market? Are we in a bear market? Are we, as soon as we get up here, the people who are saying, we're going to just rip right through and go to new all-time highs, they come out the loudest. When we're at these low points, remember yesterday we were at this low point here, all the bears come out to play and they say that the bear market's beginning. This was a sign of weakness in the overall markets and that we're going to crumble, you know. It's the same situation. It's the same psychology. So I do expect, at least in my opinion, it seems the same. I would expect that we might have similar results where we just move sideways. This, believe it or not, is actually the easiest way for market makers to mess with people is when we're range bound. When you think that we're going to break out left or right just because we just saw a big move, that means that every move must be big that's coming our way. We're about to have another big move. People are expecting that. Nobody's really expecting that we're just going to be range bound and moving sideways, which is probably what we're going to do, I think, again, over the next few days, if not the next week or two even. From here, we're going to be consolidating, moving sideways. So here we are, dropping a little bit lower now, 111.5K. Let's do some TA and stop talking so much. 1 hour time frame here. And I want to be clear, not every single liquidation event is going to generate price action like this, okay? Right? It's not all going to do that. I'm just assuming it will here, right? Like here, we liquidated a bunch of shorts. There were $20 billion in shorts down here at the bottom, and we liquidated a bunch of them. But we didn't move sideways for too long, did we? Because it wasn't polarized up here. Up here, it wasn't polarized at all, right? We were thinking we were going to new all-time highs. The whole market did. Even the bears did. We all thought it, right? Maybe there was a handful, a small few that thought we were still going to go down, but most people thought that we were going to go up, right? Here, however, people were thinking, we're going to go back below 100K. We're going to go to new all-time highs every single time, right? Now it's the same kind of situation. It's polarized. We're going to go to new all-time highs. We're going to go below 100K. It's literally the same thing. The same rhetoric is back here. So it's not every big move or every time that we see a large move in a short amount of time that you should expect this kind of action. Though maybe, you never know. 111, I'm just trying to clarify because I don't want people to think that that's a good way to think about it, just in this scenario specifically. But anyways, 111.7K. Now looking at the 1 hour time frame here, I wouldn't be surprised if we get a bounce here. 1 hour time frame looking like this. Let's see. Overall, we do have higher lows technically here, right? We've got these high points here. Let's see if we can move up and either take out these highs or find resistance there. If we are going to be range bound, if we're going to find resistance here, find support here, my thoughts would be that what we're going to do when we come up is we're probably going to go just above these areas of price here, and then as soon as we do, that'll be the sell point, and then we'll probably come back down. That's my guess, because again, I think traders are desperate right now, and there's a lot of people who they were long up here, they got wrecked, so now they're going long down here, and they think that all they got to do is just wait for the price to go up, and then they'll make money. As soon as it goes up, they're going to get excited. They might even go. They might even add to the leverage, add to their positions, and then the price will come back down. Right? Just totally ream everybody. I think that we're going to see multiple drops like this coming over the coming days. But looking at this here with our indicators, 1 hour time frame here, the RSI honestly does look bearish. It would make me think that we want to keep going lower. So we might have a little bit lower to go. I don't think it means that we go lower than this low, but lower than where we are here. The stochastics are right in the area that you'd expect to bounce, but to be fair, last time we got overbought or oversold, the last time we got oversold was here. It was about halfway through this move. So if we were halfway through this move, that might take us down to about like right at 110K, right at these lows. Could we see a slightly lower low before we move higher, or could we see a slightly higher low before we move higher? I think it's very possible. Stochastics are bearish. The MACD is crossing red right here, providing some bearish momentum actually being built. 27 minutes left in this 1 hour time frame. Let's see how we do. If we close here or lower, I would think that we do move lower. But if by the end of this hour we come back up and close green, there's a chance that we do actually reverse here and that we move higher. I want to look at this with some fibs on it. Let's see. Low to high. Yeah, we haven't hit the golden ratio. We've gotten very close, but we haven't hit it. I would think that we go a little bit lower, just a little bit lower at least, right? 111K, 111.3K, somewhere in there, and then we can bounce and then we can move up higher. That'd be my thoughts, potentially. 4 hour time frame here, looking at this. The RSI was looking really bad, and it's still, to be fair, it still does. But with this lower low, lower high trend, it was looking pretty damn bad, pretty bad. And you broke out of that, which is nice. However, you're living below the 50. You can't stay above the 50. You're wrestling with the 40 here. You're trying to find support on it, but you can't. Makes me think that we're going to go lower. Sometimes what you do whenever you have these downtrends is that you turn them into sideways trends, and then you turn those sideways trends into upwards trends. So maybe we're moving sideways right now. Sideways implies ups and downs, right? Like this. And with that, we can definitely see lower price action taking place. So it's very possible that we do go lower. Looking at the 4 hour RSI, I have to admit I'm a little bit bearish here as well. Let's see. 3 hours, 25 minutes left. Let's see how this 4 hour candle closes. Because if it closes green and you bounce off the 40, that's a good thing. We'll have to wait and see. If this candle closes green, then we're good. Then we're probably going to move up higher. I really wouldn't be surprised at this point in time if we did go down to about 110K. Maybe just below, maybe just above, but something around there. At least 111 to 111.3K, somewhere where that golden ratio was. The MACD here looking like, I mean, you had some bullish momentum being built. You're just not doing anything with it. I think you really might see the bears take over here. I wouldn't be surprised. I really wouldn't be surprised if we did actually stretch down and saw slightly lower lows than this right here. But we'll see. I hope I'm wrong. I hope by the time you guys watch this that this candle's flipped green. We're only down like 0.3%, so it wouldn't be hard to do. I hope that this flips green and that we're just moving sideways in this range right now, waiting to break out to the upside. I am a bit surprised, I'm not going to lie, that none of these attempts took us higher. I am a bit surprised, but we did find resistance right here at prior support. I think that might have been a sign that, in fact, we are going to come back down and test the low ends of this range. I wouldn't be surprised at all if we actually did go below these lows at this point, just looking at that here. So that's my thoughts at the moment. Daily time frame here, zooming out. Getting into the overbought zone was nice on the daily. We're in areas that we found support before, right? Every single time, really, since like April, every time that we found support on the RSI, it has been in this exact range here. We're there now, so I would assume that we are at a low point and that we will be moving higher any day now. Just might not be today. Stochastics do look bearish at the moment, but the fact that you rejected the oversold zone, I think, is a positive thing. It's something to lean on right there. I wouldn't think that we go too much lower, but lower nonetheless. Just looking at the way the stochastics are shifted right now, typically you would expect to either hit the oversold zone or at least get into it. That could promote today being a red day and maybe even tomorrow being a red day as well. MACD right at an area you'd expect it to bounce. We're very near the low. I think it's very obvious, looking at the charts, that we're very near the low. I don't expect that we have too much lower to go, so don't panic if we do see prices below 111K. It's not a big deal. Inverse to that, don't get too excited if we go above 116K. I wouldn't be surprised that at some point over the coming days, if we got back above 115, 116K there as well, but we're probably just going to be range bound over the coming weeks. Let's see, what else we got here? Apparently there's something going on today, right? There's supposed to be, what is it? There's something going on today that might impact the markets. The stock market opens up in about an hour, so I'm assuming that whatever the stock market does, Bitcoin will probably move up or down in correspondence with that. But looking at the price here, you guys, I think it's pretty obvious that what we're doing is just we're going to consolidate. We're not going to move too much. I'm expecting a little bit of downside, I guess, in the short term, the more immediate term, and then we'll be moving up higher. The overall expectation is that we see Bitcoin move higher, that we do see new all-time highs, and that the price area of 130, 140K comes into view perhaps by the end of this month of October, if not certainly sometime in early November. And then going through November, we should be reaching higher for that 160, 150K, and inevitably $180,000 by the end of the year, if not by the end of November. That's the expectation there. So I don't really have anything else that I want to say. I think I've said it all. So if you guys like the video, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Okay, take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.